So hey, it's Icy from Icy Studio, and today I've got a little video. I would like to thank BLK Cosmetics for sponsoring this video. So I'll show you guys the new lip and cheek tint that I got. Put that away now. Hey, it's Icy from Icy Studio. What up? So I decided to do a little video today on being a nurse and a calligrapher and how it is possible to be passionate about multiple things at the same time and make a living out of those two completely different things simultaneously. And I hope this video is helpful to people who want to pursue a creative passion while at the same time still working their 9 to 5, whether you want to keep both or let go of your 9 to 5 and pursue your creative passion. So I already have a script here and still my brain is like, I just hope I get through shooting this video making sense. So anyway, as I was saying earlier, I work part-time as a registered nurse and a part-time creative. So let's start with how I got into nursing. So I obviously went to nursing school here in Australia and finished in 2016 and started working full-time the same year. I was able to experience working in different specialties in nursing. So I got to experience what it was like being a nurse in the surgical ward, and then I experienced what it was like in the perioperative arena. Perioperative nursing encompasses before, during, and after surgery. I was fortunate enough to be able to experience what it was like caring for patients during surgery and after surgery. I like the perioperative specialty in general. So when you look at a specialty in nursing, there's so many other subspecialties within a specialty. So it's like specialtyception. So I was fortunate enough to get a full-time permanent position in the operating theater department, which is a specialty that I really love out of all of the specialties that I've experienced. And then from then I went on maternity leave and had my baby, and then went back to work part-time. So in the calligraphy side of things, I started taking interest in calligraphy subconsciously when I started my first bullet journal in 2017. So I basically wanted to make my bullet journal look pretty by, you know, adding beautiful writing and a little bit of illustration here and there. And then in the same year I got married, and I thought it would be nice to DIY most of our wedding stuff, like our invitations, our seating charts, our welcome signages, and I enjoyed the whole process. And then I thought, oh, maybe I could do this for other people. So I focused on doing custom and personalized calligraphy, which is basically wedding calligraphy to begin with. I started doing wedding invites and signages for people, and I enjoyed the whole process. And initially that was what I wanted to do. And then a little bit later down the track, during my maternity leave, I got invited to teach calligraphy. I was like, holy fuck, am I even qualified enough to do that? And it was only 6 months after I attended my first calligraphy workshop that I got invited to teach calligraphy. And I was like, what? At that time it felt like I wasn't qualified enough to do it, but I thought, hey, why not? Let's see how this goes. So I went ahead and taught my first brush lettering workshop, and I enjoyed it unexpectedly. I was really nervous, and I thought maybe I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just learning myself, but I had a lot of fun, and I thought to myself, hey, why not try and teach a public workshop? So I then opened a pointed pen workshop to the public, and I got 6 students, and then opened the next one, sold out, and then kept on opening slots for calligraphy workshops, and almost all of them were sold out, and I was like really mind blown. So looking back on my custom calligraphy days, I never thought that I would actually enjoy teaching calligraphy. So at that time when my in-person workshops were doing really good, I decided to take things seriously. So I decided to, continue doing calligraphy workshops, continue doing custom calligraphy, and that's how it all built up. So despite like my calligraphy in-person workshops doing really well back then, I decided to go back to nursing part-time because I honestly missed like the work environment, and I just missed it. I love nursing because it gives me a sense of fulfillment because I'm providing care for people who need it the most. And also, I love my work environment. It's not the perfect work environment. There are stressful and really hard days, but I love how my workmates are always there for each other, and we support each other, and they make it less tough, and they make my work environment really happy. So those are the main things that I missed about work, and the main reasons why I don't want to let go of nursing. I like having a balance between nursing, which gives my life structure, and my creative side hustle, which gives my life a little bit of freedom, if that makes sense. I like having balance between the two because if I let go of nursing and focus on my creative side hustle, so this would start feeling like a 9-to-5 job to me, and I would start craving for something else because that's just how I am. Technically, nursing is my break from my creative side hustle, and my creative side hustle is my break from nursing, which is why it works perfectly well for me. It balances out my life. It gives me structure and freedom, and having both, I feel like it prevents burnout. If things get too busy or hectic at work, I have something else to fall back on, and there are times when I feel like crap about my creative side hustle, I always have nursing to fall back on. So it goes both ways for me. In my case, having a 9-to-5 and a creative side hustle works well in terms of balancing it. So income wise, I use my nursing salary to pay the bills, and I use my creative side hustle income to buy materials for my workshop, and then attend online workshops, or I buy materials that I want to play around with. So I wouldn't really rely on my creative side hustle income to pay for my bills. So right now I'm currently happy with how my life is running at the moment. So I'm working as a nurse part-time, I have my creative side hustle, and then full-time I'm a mom and a wife, and those things balance each other out. So I'm not saying that my life is perfect. I go through ups and downs in terms of my personal life, my professional life, and my creative life. I guess the point I just want to get across is that we all deserve the life that we've dreamed, and we only get one shot at life, and time is flying by so quickly I can hardly keep up. I lost my train of thought. So you don't have to be the best out there to make a living out of your creative side hustle, whether you're a photographer, a calligrapher, a YouTuber, a musician, or a illustrationist, Adobe Illustrator. Creative people who draw and do illustrations. You don't have to be the most perfect in order to make a living out of your art. You just have to get yourself out there, and if that's something you want, I really 5 years later really recommend that you start now and start living your dream. I'm an example of, I'm not the best or the most popular out there. You can check the number of views my videos get and the number of subscribers that I actually have. I mean, I'm not making revenue out of Facebook, but I run workshops. That's where my creative hustle income mainly comes from. There's no harm in trying something out, especially if you're very passionate about it. And whether it's keeping your 9-to-5 and your creative hustle at the same time like me, it's not impossible to do that. You just have to find the balance, or whether it's having your 9-to-5 and creative side hustle and slowly letting go of your 9-to-5 and focusing on your creative side hustle full-time. If that works for you, if that's your end goal, you owe it to yourself to at least try to achieve the life that you've always dreamed of. So that is my story and my little message in terms of living and chasing your dreams. It's not impossible, and you just really have to start and believe in yourself. And I hope that inspires you to go ahead and start. You owe it to yourself to at least try and start. And starting is always the hardest step in a journey, but it is definitely not impossible. Life is not going to wait for you, and I always kept telling myself, well, I'll do it when I'm ready, when really I'm never ready. So it just takes that leap of faith that we need to do in order to live that dream. So I hope that this video has provided some sort of inspiration. So if you've made it this far, thank you for watching my video and bearing with me. And I would appreciate it if you subscribed to my channel. If calligraphy is something that you've always wanted to learn, I teach pointed pen, brush pen, and iPad calligraphy online, and I also host an online bullet journal workshop, and I'll leave the links to those workshops in the description below. So thank you once again, and I shall see you in the next video. Don't forget to chase your dreams.